Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, some of you. Dear friends, I welcome you guys. There's something that brought me out this evening, and I want you to please kindly follow me attentively. I don't want to be misunderstood. Because we are here for nothing but the truth. I was going through the social media today, and I saw something that interests me, and I know it will also interest you. So I decided to bring it to your notice for record purposes. You know, we are keeping record. The reason we are keeping record is that you may forget. Internet does not forget. Now, before I say anything, I want to read something written by one Annie Best. His name is Annie Best. You should know who he is by this name I just mentioned. Annie Best. Now, he wrote something very, very interesting. So I decided to bring it to the notice of Biafrans for record purposes. Now, let me start reading. He titled this article, "Let me hit," he said, Onyendu, "Let me hit the nail on its head," written by Annie Kings. Yes, Annie Kings or Annie Best. Now I will start. He said, "Disregard the falsehood being peddled from the palace circle and spread by Ohaji, the content creator, and Osoji, the palace boy, that there is a plot to unseat Onyendu when he is released. Disregard also the threat from same circle that Onyendu will sack all the DOS members or some of their listed persons when he is free too. Onyendu remained the supreme leader of IPOB. No one dares to contend with Onyendu. Then they never born a person. No dispute on Onyendu status. Not now, not tomorrow. Onyendu is not going to sack anyone when he is out. The DOS is the highest decision-making body in IPOB. Take note. This is what the point I want you to. That's why I said listen attentively. I will take it again. Onyendu is not going to sack anybody when he comes out. The DOS is the highest decision-making body in IPOB. In the absence of Onyendu and in the presence of Onyendu, the power to sack and appoint is bestowed on DOS. Did you repeat the point? He said whether in the presence of Onyendu or in the absence of Onyendu, that it is the DOS that commands the ultimate power in IPOB. It does not matter whether Onyendu is there or not. Now he continued. DOS sacked then deputy leader Uchemefo and abolished his office. Heaven did not fall. Onyendu did not utter a word, and the struggle moved on. When it is a matter of concerns in making a decision in Directorate of State when it is a matter of concerns in making a decision, the Directorate of State remains the highest decision maker, and Onyendu is a member of the Directorate of State. Therefore, decisions are made and taken unanimously. This status quo remains undisputable, cannot be altered. Therefore, Ohaji, the content creator, and Osoji, the palace boy, cannot change the narrative. They can list hundreds of names to be sacked when Onyendu comes out. They are simply working for their belly because country hard and everyone knows it. But the reason they are running berserk is that DOS has shut the door of making IPOB struggle a family business, which Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu agreed to this fact and made sure no member of his family hold any position in IPOB. The struggle for Biafra can never be a family business and will never be. And he maintained his word by not allowing any of his family members, including these of his siblings of iniquities that are crying foul, to be in any position in IPOB. But there was a leakage somewhere, and we have spotted leakage, and it has been taken care of. Now, I don't want to continue reading. What brought me out is the statement he made, where he said that Onyendu, whether he is there or not, that he does not have any say, that it is DOS that makes the final decision, or has the final authority in IPOB. That is one thing that these people, from the day Onyendu was kidnapped and brought back to Nigeria illegally, these people has always mastered the act of propaganda, lies, confusion, and deceit. This has always been their tools. They have used it to deceive so many people. That is why each time you made mention of IPOB Code of Conduct, they will tell you that it doesn't matter. But in this regard, let us look at what IPOB Code of Conduct has to say about Onyendu and the power and his authority as IPOB. Now, if you go to IPOB Code of Conduct, remember, in IPOB Code of Conduct, we have structures. The number one structure there is the supreme leader, followed by the deputy leader, which has been abolished, and the directorates, which is the DOS. If you read IPOB Code of Conduct, all these structures, their works, their functions were completely and clearly outlined in black and white. There was no confusion whatsoever. It's only those who have ulterior motive that has the issue with IPOB Code of Conduct. Now, let me tell you, in subsection A, appointment and dismissal, IPOB Code of Conduct stated very clearly, it says, the power to appoint, suspend, and or dismiss erring principal officers vests exclusively on the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, except and to the extent he clearly and expressly delegates that power to any other principal officer. Now, you may be thinking, oh, DOS are not principal officers. They are not principal officers. They are more than principal officers. No. According to IPOB Code of Conduct, subsection B, principal officers, servants. paragraph 1. It says, principal officers, servants, refers to all persons appointed by the leader of IPOB to serve the Biafran people in any particular position or capacity, be it DOS, be it deputy leader, be it a unit coordinator, be it continental rep, be it zonal rep, be it country IPOB, what's it called again? National coordinator. Whatever, any appointed, if you are appointed in this struggle, it does not matter the office you occupy. The fact still remains that you remain but a principal officers. Now he comes to the same subsection B, principal officers. Then in paragraph 3, he says, principal officers. It says that principal officers include, but not exclusively to, persons serving in any capacity in one or more structures, departments of IPOB as enumerated in section 1. He referred back to section 1. Now, if you come down a bit, where it is talking, IPOB Code of Conduct continues to talk about these principal officers and their functions. He says, in the same, the same IPOB section 2, subsection A, appointment and dismissal. Then no. In subsection B, principal officers. If you come down to paragraph 8, he says, the automatic renewal of the position of any principal officer, principal servant, shall depend on the officer's ability to adhere strictly to the IPOB oath of office, follow the code, the command and control principle, respect the hierarchical structure of the movement, remain loyal and dutifully obey and implement all directive from the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, evidence of growth of the family under the principal servant, and positive improvement in running the affairs of his or her office shall also be taken into account. I've read, if you want to go further, you can go and download IPOB Code of Conduct, then you read. You read. It is very clear. There is no space for confusion. The name of DOS was not mentioned since I have been reading anything. This thing, the IPOB Code of Conduct. There was no place I mentioned DOS. There was no place I mentioned any other name but the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the one who appoints. He is the one who dismisses. Everybody, every person, every individual you see in this struggle today, beginning from DOS down to the unit coordinator, every one of us was being appointed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to also read something very interesting. Very interesting also in this IPOB Code of Conduct. Before I get there, let me read again. In paragraph 10, there's something he said. He said here that persons appointed or designated as IPOB principal officer must be honest, selfless, truthful in all discharge of their responsibilities. They must adhere strictly to the principle of command and control, respect and protect IPOB leadership hierarchy, and owe absolute loyalty to the leader of this great movement. DOS. No, not DOS. I just want you to, you're waiting for me to mention DOS, ne? It says, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not DOS. Now, there is also something very interesting for those who are saying that, oh, he cannot sack this one. He cannot sack that one. Let me read something for you here. Let me read. Where is it? Where is it? I don't have time. I don't want this this video to get so long so that people can watch it. Where is this thing now? When the IPO, the code of founders were talking about duration of appointments. Duration. Every officer, every principal officer has but 6 months duration to serve. Okay. Now look at it here. In subsection B, principal officer servant, then in paragraph what? This one 7, yeah, 7. In paragraph 7, it says, all appointments by the leader of IPOB for any position are for an initial period of 6 months, automatically renewable for a further 6 months, taking the performance of this principal officer holding particular position at any given time into consideration. So anybody that is coming to tell you that, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot sack, he cannot remove, that person cannot be removed because he found himself in DOS, that person is deceiving you. Every one of us, we have but 6 months. After 6 months in our position, it expires and automatically renewed. And the renewal based on how authentic, how selfless, how honest, how genuine, how serious, how straight you are. If you are not, if you find one thing, automatically the system will take you out and you'll be replaced. You don't need to drag anything with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For those, the likes of Annie Best, if or whatever his name is, that comes here to talk trash, that this DOS that has a power to sack, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not have power. That anything he must do, it must be unanimously agreed. Who told you? It is never stated anywhere that decision of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is based on unanimous agreement, unanimous decision by the body called GOS. Stop deceiving the people. You people are saboteurs, liars, Q plotters, and agents of confusion found in IPOB. For how long will these so-called GOS continue to raise urchins, morons, never do well? People are raising an army that will help you to attack Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But let me tell you something. Nobody can do that. Raise 100 of you. You will go. Look at how your people, all of you, is it not confusion in your temple today? Every one of you are in against each other. Who am I going to mention? All of you You know yourselves. Those who supported your impunity in the past. Some of them have come to know the truth. And today they have become your worst enemies. But when they were singing your praises, when they were helping you to destroy IPOB, when they were helping you to downgrade Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's position, when they were helping you to bring IPOB to the... In fact, it is so unfortunate. I know you are planning Armageddon. If IPOB, Biafrans, if you don't know Armageddon, there is Armageddon war is about to happen. They are planning for Armageddon against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he comes out. When you hear they are planning for Armageddon, not against Nigeria, it's against the leader of this movement. The Armageddon is against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The war will be fought against between them and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the only thing that I pity them is that you cannot fight Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Only a statement from him, you will be gone and gone forever. So continue deceiving yourself. If you want to know the truth, if you want to expose these individuals, do yourself a favor. Go look for IPOB Code of Conduct. Study it. Then you will spit on the face of these people. You will know that they are nothing but a flavorous saboteurs. That is what they are. If you allow them, I'm sorry for you. As for me and my honorable zone, we stand on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being the supreme leader and the highest decision making in this movement. That is all. Be blessed.